Hello, guys. Welcome to this brand new section. In this section, we would be talking about and expanding upon the core concepts which show on how to roll out updates and test new features of your application with minimum disruption to uptime. It will cover the basics of doing application updates, gradual rollouts, and A/B testing. In addition, we will look at scaling the Kubernetes cluster itself. In a nutshell, we would be discussing about application scaling, rolling updates, A/B testing, application auto scaling, and scaling up your cluster. So, since version 1.2, Kubernetes has released the deployment API. Deployments are the recommended way to deal with scaling and application updates going forward. However, it is still considered beta at the time of writing the notes for this lecture. While rolling updates has been stable for several versions, we will explore rolling updates more in the lectures to come as an introduction to the scaling concept, and then dive into the preferred method of using deployment in the next few lectures. So let's start with example setup. Before we start exploring the various capabilities built into Kubernetes for scaling and updates, we will need a new example environment. We are going to use a variation of our previous container image with a blue background as we have done earlier. So we have the following code if I pick it up from there, as you can see on the screen right now. The first program or the first code which you see, it's a pod scaling controller in YAML, and the second which you see here at the bottom is pod scaling service YAML. Now create these services with the following commands, the commands which you see here. Now the public IP address for the service may take a moment to create, so please be patient there. Okay, now let's start with scaling up. Over time, as you run your application in the Kubernetes cluster, you will find that some application need more resources, wherein other can manage with fewer resources. Instead of removing the entire RC and associated pods, we want a more seamless way to scale our application up and down. Thankfully, Kubernetes include a scale command which is suited specifically for this purpose. The scale command works both with the replication controller and the new deployment abstraction. For now, we will explore the usage with the replication controller. In our this new example, we have only one replica running, right? Also, you can check this with get pods command, as you can see at the top of the screen, get pods command. If all goes well, you will simply see the scaled word on the output of your terminal window. Now, a footnote is you can specify the current replicas flag as a verification step. The scaling will only occur if the actual number of replicas currently running matches this count. Now, after listing our pods once again, we should now see three pods running with the same, similar to node-js-scale hyphen xxx, where the x characters are a random string. You can also use the scale command to reduce the number of replicas. In either case, the scale command adds or removes the necessary pod replicas, and the service automatically updates and balances across new or remaining replicas. Smooth updates. Let's start with that. The scaling up of our applications up and down as our own resource demand change is useful for many production scenarios. But what about simple application updates? Any production system will have code updates, patches, and feature addition. These could be occurring monthly, weekly, or even daily. Making sure that we have a reliable way of pushing out these changes without interruption to our user is a paramount consideration. Now, once again, we benefit from the years of experience the Kubernetes system is built on. there is a built-in support for rolling updates with 1.0 version. The rolling update commands allows us to update entire RC or just the underlying Docker image used by each replica. We can also specify an update interval which will allow us to update one pod at a time and wait until proceeding to the next. Let's take our scaling example and perform a rolling update to the 0.2 version of our container image. We will use an update interval of 2 minutes so we can watch the process as it happens in the following way. Now this you can see here. Now you should see some text about creating a new RC named node-js scale and xxxx, where the x characters will be random string of numbers and letters. In addition, you will see the beginning of loop, that is starting one replica of the new version and removing one from the existing RC. This process will continue until the new RC has full count of replicas running. Now if we want to follow along in real time, we can open another terminal window and use the getPods command along a label filters to see what is happening, and the command is mentioned here. This command will filter for pods with node-js-scale in the name. If you run this after issuing the rolling update command, you should see several pods running as it creates new version and removes the old ones one by one. Now the full output of the previous rolling update command should look something like the screenshot as you can see on the screen. As we can see here, Kubernetes is first creating a new RC named as this K8s, then loops through one by one, creating a new pod in the new controller and removing one from the old. This continues until the new controller has a full replica count and the old one is 0. After this, the old controller is deleted and the new one is renamed with the original controller name. If you run getPods command now, you will notice that the pods still all have a longer name. Alternatively, we could have specified the name of a new controller in the command and Kubernetes will create a new RC and pods using that name. Once again, the controller of the old name simply disappears after updating is completed. I recommend that you specify a new name from the updated controller to avoid confusion in your pod naming down the line. The same update command with the method will look as you see in the next screen at the top of the screen. Yeah. So using the static external IP address from the service we created in the first section, we can open the service in a browser. We should see our standard container information page. However, you will notice that the title now says pod scaling v0.2 and the background is light yellow as you can see here. Now it's worth noting that during the entire update process, we have only been looking at pods and RCs. We didn't do anything with our service, but the service is still running fine and the new direction to the new version of our pods. This is because our service is using label selector for membership, because both our old and new replica use the same label. The service has no problem using the new pods to service requests. The updates are done on the pods one by one, so it's a seamless for the users of the services. Okay, so I think that was pretty explanatory. I'm taking a pause here, and in the next lectures we would be talking about testing, releases, cutovers and related things to cover whatever we discussed in the beginning of this section. Thank you very much.